Plus, the Fresh Maker.
Now, if I didn't know any better, I'd say that you're looking at running for president again.
Do it. Do it. Look at me. Do it. I will personally write you a campaign check now on behalf of this country, which does not want you to be president, but which badly wants you to run.
I am officially running for President of the United States, and we are going to make our country great again.
There's not going to be a President Donald Trump.
I think that man will be president of the United States right about the time that spaceships come down filled with dinosaurs and red cake.
Donald Trump has been saying that he will run for president as a Republican, which is surprising since I just assumed he was running as a joke.
Donald Trump will not become president.
I continue to believe Mr. Trump will not be president.
Donald Trump will never, ever be president.
Moderator, but apparently believes that Donald Trump is a clown.
President Obama will go down as perhaps the worst president in the history of the United States! Exclamation point at real Donald Trump. Well, at real Donald Trump, at least I will go down as a president.
You're never going to be president of the United States by insulting your way to.
Let's see, I'm at 42 and you're at 20.
We have a key race alert right now. Donald Trump now has reached the number of delegates needed to clinch the Republican presidential nomination.
So, right now, Mr. Trump, to answer your call for political honesty, I just want to say, you're not going to be president, all right? It's been fun. It's been great. I love you. But come on, buddy.
Donald Trump, while we project, will win in Kentucky with its 8th electoral vote, in Indiana with its 11th electoral vote, West Virginia, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Mississippi, South Carolina, Alabama, Kansas with its 6 electoral votes, Nebraska with its 5 electoral votes, and Wyoming with its 3 electoral votes, North Dakota with its 3 electoral votes, and South Dakota, Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, the state of Montana, Missouri, Ohio, Idaho, North Carolina.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
Do solemnly swear.
Together, we will make America great again.
Happy Sunday, Snake Pit. Welcome in to an episode of CobraCast on a Sunday. That's right. We have a lot to talk about. I wasn't going to do the intro, but you guys, I saw people in the chat when I hit the starting soon, and they were like, roll the intro. And I was like, all right, fine, we'll do the intro. And so, yes, happy Sunday to everybody out there. We're gonna talk about a few things going on in the world, mainly Donald Trump, because that's what we talk about here on this channel. Donald Trump brought the house down at UFC last night in New Jersey, and I did a video here on this channel that did really well overnight. So I guess I need to do more videos. You know, I think that's something I should probably start doing. But, yeah. So Donald Trump, the Trump campaign has announced they have raised over $200 million since he became the convicted felon that we're all going to vote for in November, felon 47. We've got Donald Trump calling on the Supreme Court to get involved with this nonsensical trial that's going on. Alex Jones and InfoWars are under attack. And we're going to take your questions and all that. Yeah, I am feeling like for some reason, I don't know what's going on with the lighting here. I'm looking a little like Orange Man, so that's not a bad thing. But my skin definitely is got the whole Orange Man look to it. So fuck it. Who cares, right? So yeah, hope you guys are doing well on this Sunday. Let's see. Apocalypto says, for your info, Timcast is on Rumble, and the entire 2-hour Laura Loomer episode aired there. It was taken down only on YouTube. I am almost certain that it did not multi-stream on Rumble. I'm almost certain that it didn't multi-stream on Rumble. He may have uploaded it after the fact, but I'm almost positive somebody can confirm that for me, but almost certain he did not multi-stream it to Rumble. and that's the problem. So, yeah, he uploads things after the fact. He could just multi-stream it to Rumble right then and there. But I'm almost certain that was not multi-streamed to Rumble. Let's see here. Jake the Movie Geek says, I'm going to support Trump even harder now. That's how everybody is feeling these days. The Grand Duke of Tampa. Happy Pride Month, Beardo and Jeremy. Fortnite tonight? Maybe. We'll see. Jared the American says they're taking out InfoWars. We must unite. We must stand united. Absolutely. We're going to talk about that. Babo Yogi. I donated $45.47 to the Trump campaign today, then sent a check for 47 cents to my local Republican HQ. Grow some balls and fight is how I signed it. Absolutely. The Republican Party is full of cowards, absolute cowards. And thank you, Babo Yogi. Also gifted a membership. Rabid1 gifted 5 D-Day Cobra memberships. Alan Tanasi for 50. Says, Jeremy, I met this girl who works for SpaceX out here in Los Angeles. She was hot. She told me that her main goal is to go to Mars. But get this. Did you know how they throw a party? They plan it. But I can't confirm. I was wondering where the hell that one was going. Alan Tanasi. Thank you, Alan Tanasi. I was like, where is this going? Thank you for the 50. Appreciate that. Frank the Tank for 10. Sunday Show, Hail Snake Pit, and the 199. Hail Felon 47. MAGA. Absolutely. I agree with Trump for $1. Says nothing. So the Grand Duke of Tampa becomes a member of the Snake Pit. Thank you. Love dogs. Felon 47. POTUS 2024. Let's do this. Grasshopper member message. 1 month gay. 1 month gay. All right, let's see how this chat is hanging out. Let's see what you guys are up to. So yeah, there's a few things to talk about. The first thing I want to jump into right now is Trump did a really good interview with Fox News, and I want us to react to this right here and now so the people can hear what President Trump has to say.
All right, well, yesterday we had the opportunity to sit down with former President Donald Trump for an hour and a half. We talked about a lot of things. We talked about politics.
And you see, this is what happens when Gary, my buddy Gary, he did an interview with Will Cain, and that led Will Cain to get an interview with President Trump. From one felon to another. You're moving up in the world, Will Cain.
Let's see, we talked about his approach to Ukraine, debt, deficit, but obviously the top of everyone's mind, how do you feel about what happened in New York City? And what will be your response should you be elected, and how would you use the Department of Justice? Here is some of Donald Trump responding to the court case in New York.
In your presidency, what they've done to you, you've got the verdict that just came through. A lot of Democrats have expressed concern that if you're elected, you're going to want revenge. And some of your supporters have said, well, you know, mutually.
Hey, what Democrats, what would he want revenge on? Just curious. What would he want revenge against? If you've done nothing wrong, Democrats, what exactly would he want revenge on?
You know, we're just talking about the weaponization of the justice system against political opponents. Some of your supporters have said, well, the only way to stop this is mutually assured destruction, right? If you do it to us, we're going to do it to you. You've said, no, my revenge is going to be success for America. You've just had this verdict. Do you still feel the same? What's your thoughts on that?
It's a really tough question in one way, because these are bad people. These people are sick. And they do things that are so destructive. I mean, look what they did from the day I got there. And I don't know, you know, a lot of people said we have no choice but to elect Trump. Republicans, because he's the only one that can withstand this. Don't forget, if it weren't me, they'd be going after somebody else. And I know a lot of the competition, they wouldn't do so well. They wouldn't be doing so well right now. They'd be saying, Mommy, take me home. I want to go home. This is brutal. But these are sick people. And
he's right about that. Like, again, it's not just random people. Like, no one else could deal with what he's dealing with. No one. There's not a single person walking the planet that could deal with what they've thrown at this man. And he just continues to take it, and he continues to move forward. It's truly incredible. It really is astonishing that he just continues to move forward no matter what they throw at him. It's unbelievable. Now, there's something in this interview that he says that I think is extremely interesting that we're going to break down when he gets to it, because he answered a direct question about something that normally he would answer it differently, but he answered it directly in this interview, and we're going to talk about that.
For instance, the 51 intelligence agents, who thinks of these? And they think about it just like they say, I'm guilty of, and all this information was from so many years before the election. It's before the election. So
that's a great point, because so you're talking about the intel agencies. Obviously, remember what Chuck Schumer said? He said, if you tick off the intel agencies, they'll find a way to get you 6 ways a day. If you're elected, are you going to reform the intel community? What exactly are you going to do to make sure they don't target Americans like this?
Well, first of all, if you remember, when I took over, we had a guy named Comey. He was there. I didn't put him there. I didn't want him there. I thought he was terrible, actually. And he tried to get me, and I reversed it on him. Some people said he cost Hillary the election, and he didn't want to. But he was a bad guy, not a capable guy, an evil guy. They were doing things that, I won't mention here because it's so conspiratorial. I don't want to be conspiratorial. It's too nice a show. But bad guy. I fired him. Then I fired Strzok and Page and this one and that one. I got rid of that whole group of people, and we were doing great. Look, it's a very interesting question, and I say it and it sounds beautiful, right? My revenge will be success, and I mean that. But it's awfully hard when you see what they've done. These people are so evil. And at the same time, the country can come together. I'm saying this, but the country can come together. During my term, prior to COVID, we had the most successful country we've ever had.
I want to follow up on what Rachel asked you, though, because I hear you struggling with it. I hear you say it's a tough question, a bit unsure. You famously said regarding Hillary Clinton, lock her up. You declined to do that as president.
I beat her. It's easier when you win. And they all said lock her up. And I felt, and I could have done it, but I felt it would have been a terrible thing. And then this happened to me. And so I may feel differently about it. I can't tell you, I'm not sure I can answer the question. Hillary Clinton, I didn't say lock her up, but the people would all say lock her up, lock her up. Okay. Then we won. And I said pretty openly, I say, all right, come on, just relax. Let's go. We got to make our country great.
Yeah.
And it would have been, think of it, you lock up the wife of a president of the United States.
But they want to lock you up over $130,000 of an accounting thing, and she
perfectly.
I will stand by that. If Trump would have locked up Hillary in his first term, they would have done even worse to him. They would have done even worse to him. Look what they're doing to him now. And he didn't do it. If he would have locked her up in his first term, I don't know. I'm scared to think of what they would have done. But look what they've done now, even though he didn't. The Democrats are just evil as hell.
Stated accounting thing. But people also say, can you bring the country together? And the answer is yes. Success will bring the country together, because I had it together. Before the China virus came in, I had it together. We really had it together. And it would have stayed. I think it would have stayed. Everybody was doing better. The country was doing better than it had ever done. And we're going back to those same policies and then some.
Americans have lost a lot of trust in institutions, and I think there's been a lot of discussion, especially online and especially with young people. How do we rebuild that trust in institutions? The CIA, the FBI, all those institutions.
Yeah, you're right.
Some people think that one way to build trust is to declassify things that everyone's talking about. I know you talked earlier about it. I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist.
This right here, I think this is the part where I'm talking about. Now, normally, these are questions that Trump would answer by saying, well, we're going to look at it. We're going to look at it. When we get in there, we're going to look at it. He never answers these things directly until now.
So if you were president, would you declassify, you can answer yes or no to these.
Yeah.
Would you declassify the 9/11 files?
Yeah.
Would you declassify JFK files?
Yeah.
Would you,
I did a lot of it.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
Attorney General.
Man, like
that, we talked about.
He normally is like, yeah, well, we're gonna look at it when we get in there. He never answers those types of questions directly, because he all leaves that open, for him to, not deal with it. He says directly. That was pretty interesting.
how you fix the DOJ, how you bring justice back to this country. When we talk to people, people's faith in the system is shattered. I mean, absolutely shattered. We've seen it in your fundraising numbers.
It should be.
So who do you choose? What kind of, do you have a name that you're top on your list?
I do have a couple, and one in particular, but I made a lot of good choices. I got that one wrong. I was very loyal to one because he was the first senator to endorse me. As soon as conflict came up, he ran for the hills. And actually, the second one, he ran for the hills. When he heard that he was going to be impeached, they were going to impeach him. And he was like a different person. I had to get rid of him. And I would say that was the one thing. One of the truly important positions is Attorney General. And I was very disappointed at both of those Attorney Generals. Jeff Sessions was, I don't blame myself too much. He was some position in Alabama, and he wanted to be so bad. And he was the first senator to endorse me. And again, I was sort of a civilian. I didn't have a lot of people. I didn't know that many senators. And he went to a rally in Mobile. The fact is that we had 72,000 people, so it wasn't that big a shot. But he came to me and he said, I'd love to be Attorney General. And I didn't see it. And then he came 3-4 times, and I said, just out of loyalty, I did it. And he ran for the hills because it's nasty. This is a nasty business. This is a nasty world.
Yeah, how do you find
and
those
Barr?
steel-spined people
I know
in the future?
Barr was threatened. In all fairness to him, he didn't want to. He was Attorney General. He was a respected guy, and they said they were going to impeach him. I understand that. I said I got impeached twice, and my numbers went up, which is unusual. I said, it's not so bad to be impeached. What are they going to impeach you? He had no idea what they were going to impeach. But he was going to be impeached. They didn't know what. They didn't know why. It's like they took me to trial. There's no crime. They were trying to devise the crime during the trial. That's how bad it was. But with Barr, and he let me down. He let me down. He let down our country. He endorsed me the other day, as you saw, right? But he let down our country. It takes a...
Barr endorsed him? Did I miss that? Is that what he just said? That Barr endorsed him the other day?
He let me down. He let down our country. He endorsed me the other day, as you saw, right? But he let down our country. It takes a brave person to do it.
Really? I didn't even see that. That's shocking because Barr's a coward.
People don't want to be impeached. They don't want to be indicted by these scoundrels who are much more evil than people. I'm telling you, China and Russia, they're not the problem. We have a problem from within that's really bad. So he let us down. The key to really good government, where we had like Lighthizer and some of these people that were really good, it's the person that's at the top. If you get the right person, it's like magic. It's like in real estate, you put a good super in a building, the building runs well. You put a bad one in, it doesn't. It's the same thing at a little bit slightly larger scale. But we had great people. I rebuilt the military. We did things that were amazing. One of the things that the people that watch your show should know, we defeated ISIS quickly. I was told it would take 5 years. I did it in a matter of weeks, right? Fast. And they did it fantastically, and I got to know the real fighting generals. There's not woke in the military. There's woke at the top. They want there to be woke, but these guys aren't meant for woke.
Are you going to fire those generals, the woke generals at the top? Because people have been talking about it.
I would.
And for any of you guys wondering about the jumps, this was like I think they had an 1.5-hour interview with him, so this was just a smaller, condensed version of it. So if you're seeing some of the jumps, that's why. It's not like they're cutting stuff out intentionally. They're just keeping this short for this upload because they've got a lot of uploads.
Would get rid of him, yeah. But see, now I know him. I didn't know him before. I came in. What do I know? I was a New York real estate person, but no, I'd fire him. I would fire them. You can't have woke military. You said it's so great. You need people that want to win. They want to win wars. That's what their purpose is, to win wars, not to be woke. But we do have great military. You look at what we did. Look at I was the only one in 78 years or something. I didn't start any wars. I finished wars. I got out of Syria. I took our soldiers home. I would have moved a lot of them out of Germany. I was going to move them out of Germany. Not all of them, but I would have moved. We have 45,000. So that's like, what we do by doing that, we're giving Germany this massive shot in the arm, and then they don't treat us well in trade. But we have a great military, and there's nothing woke about it other than those top guys. I used to watch Milley sit there in Congress and talk about, he's trying to understand this and that mind. I won't get into it, but certain minds, I say, is this guy crazy? But it's one of those things. I've gotten to know a lot of the generals because of the things we did. And we had some unbelievable wins, as you know. We had some wins with terrorists, the two biggest terrorists in the world ever. I took out, So we had we have some great things planned. It's very important. The people that run the agencies, if you get the good ones, and I think I have great ones slated, but if you get the good ones, it's like magic. And we had mostly good ones. You think more about the bad ones. We had some bad ones too.
There's so much.
So there you go. So good little interview right there with President Trump. Now it's been a wild, like almost 24 hours here, okay, with everything going on. President Trump joined TikTok yesterday. He's already got 3 million followers, and his first video has 56 million views in 24 hours. The Biden campaign has a TikTok that has about 300,000 followers. Trump already has a 50+ million view video and 3 million followers. That is fantastic. And that needs to continue to happen. He needs to continue to upload over there. He needs to upload everywhere he possibly can. And he needs to come back to Twitter. President Trump needs to return to Twitter. All right? We need mean tweets. 56 million. I'll show you the video. 56 million views. Here's the video, okay? Let me see if I can find it. Right here. Here's the... It's like a 16-second video. Here we go.
The president is now on TikTok. It's my honor.
I'm not going to play the audio long. That's it. 56 million views. 56 million views. This dude got 56 million views in 24 hours on a platform that he wasn't even on. Absolutely insane. Like, what the hell is happening? Now, Ripa, what up, Ripa, in the chat? Dan Vask has been in my chat crying about wanting to be modded as well. Like, as soon as Dan gets in my chat, people stop sending super chats. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. Why is Dan in my chat asking to be modded? Like, super chats just stopped as soon as Dan came in the chat. As soon as he came in the chat. It's like it's strategic on his part. But Sean Strickland won last night, and of course, he gave a shout out to President Trump.
President Trump, you're the man, bro. It is a damn travesty what they're doing to you. I'll be donating to you, my man. Let's get it done.
Let's get it done. Congratulations, sir. Sean Strickland, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, and Sean Strickland, after, let's see if I could find it. I thought I saved it, but not. Anyway, in his presser afterwards, he had such a funny press conference talking about Trump. It was so good. Let me see if I can find it. Everybody loves Trump, dude. Everybody loves President Trump. Here we go. Is this it right here? This is it. I love it, dude. I love it. Here we go. Hang on. Get this pulled up. Here we go.
But that said, Trump is here, man. Come on now. We got a convicted felon. Let's put on a...
Hang on. I can turn the audio up a little bit here. Let's get that turned up.
But that said, Trump is here, man. Come on now. We got a convicted felon. Let's put on a fucking show for this man.
Technically, are you one as well? Are you a convicted felon?
No, I pled to 2 misdemeanors, sir.
Oh, okay.
I could still own a gun and vote, and apparently run for president.
Was it cool to perform in front of Trump?
Oh, yeah, dude. Trump is a fucking man, you guys. I think we're all Trumpsters here besides the fucking Canadian.
Yeah, no, no horse in the race. Yeah, no, for sure. As long as not fucking Trudeau. Yeah, no, man, dude, Trump is the fucking man. You guys ever meet Trump? You talk to him? You know, like, I thought I wouldn't like the guy, you know? I mean, he hooks up with models all the time, you know? He has a lot of money. Like, I'm a little jealous, but no, you meet him and he's actually a solid fucking guy. He asks me how my woman's doing. Like, he gets to know you. Yeah, he's a good fucking dude, man. Good fucking dude.
Sean Strickland is awesome. Oh, man. So damn funny. So, yeah, man, like all the fighters last night were talking about Trump. They were going over there getting, shaking his hand after the fight. It was just an absolutely phenomenal moment to see all of that love for President Trump. And this is only a few miles from where they convicted him. It's only a few miles from where it all happened. Absolutely insane. Now, we got a little issue, ladies and gentlemen. It's just so sad. This is such a sad moment right here. And, the worst thing in the world is when, I can't even think of anything sarcastic to say. It's the best shit ever, all right? Free Palestine protesters block Philly Pride Parade. Watching these couple of lunatic groups eat each other alive is inject this into my veins all day, all right? All day. Woke on woke crime is the greatest thing ever. God, it's just disgusting. Like, it is disgusting to see this group of people, both these groups of people, just, it's the definition of two retards fighting. That's exactly what it is. Holy shit. But yeah, seeing that right there, that'll make you happy right there to see stuff like that. Now,
Jeremy, did you see the person holding the flag that said no pride in genocide?
Yes.
If they went over to Hamas, they'd be tossed off of buildings. So.
I know it. They're idiots. But here's an idiot right here. Adam Schiff in Los Angeles. Can anybody, like, is this surprising to anyone? Like, this, you would think that this would be someone making fun of Adam Schiff. But no, this is Adam Schiff making fun of himself. All right? Like, this is pathetic, dude. What is the name? Didn't Trump say he was call him Watermelon Head or something like that? Isn't that what Trump said about him? Adam Schiff, Watermelon Head. I feel like he called him Watermelon Head. I got to look that up. I got to look up what Trump called him. I feel like it was like Watermelon Head or something like that. Let's see. Trump, Adam Schiff. Let's see if I can find it. Of course, you can't really, let's see. I don't know which one this is. That was 5 years ago. So, YouTube suppresses a lot of this stuff. Here's a video. It just says Trump mocks
President also can.
I don't know what this video is, but we'll see. Let's see what happens here.
Continuing his attack on Burbank Congressman Adam Schiff, KCAL9's Nicole Killian shows us the president has been ridiculing Schiff, and some of his supporters actually cheered his remarks.
The collusion delusion is over.
President Trump rallied with supporters in Michigan last night and claimed victory in the Russia investigation, which special counsel Robert Mueller wrapped up last week.
After 3 years of lies and smears and slander, the Russia hoax is finally dead.
And the president didn't hold back on what he thinks of the 8 different congressional investigations still looking into him, his business dealings, his campaign, and inauguration committee.
The Democrats have to now decide whether they will continue defrauding the public with ridiculous bull.
His attack turned personal against the Democrat leading the House Intelligence Committee's investigation.
Little pencil neck Adam Schiff. He's got the smallest, thinnest neck I've ever seen.
Despite the criticism from the president and other Republicans, Congressman Adam Schiff insists.
He does, though. He does.
Congress. Against the Democrat leading the House Intelligence Committee's investigation.
Little pencil neck Adam Schiff. He's got the smallest, thinnest neck I've ever seen.
Despite the criticism from the
Oh, man. It's so good. It's so good. Oh, but yeah, I swear he said something about called him watermelon head or something like that. I feel like I saw that. But yeah, that's Adam Schiff right there, hanging out in Los Angeles today. So that should surprise no one at all. Okay, I saw this today. I don't know if we're gonna watch the whole thing, but this is tough to watch for many reasons. Because Chris Cuomo might be the most delusional human being I've ever seen. This is insane. This dude is delusional. So him and Dave Smith had a debate on Valuetainment the other day. It didn't go very well for Chris Cuomo, as we expected, but this is insane.
You know, when I'm listening to you, Chris, all I caught was one thing. I've heard everything.
All that? You only caught one thing?
Trust me, it's just one thing. No, I'm telling. And by the way, you have to understand, it's only one thing I caught about this whole thing. What you want, you're not going to get. You said something. You said, in this world, if you apologize, they will never let it go, and they'll always come back. Look at Trump. He never apologizes. So what that makes me think about, you either are following Trump's lead, then you agree with what Trump does is right, so you want to be like Trump, to say, I want to, and I'm just, I'm telling you this as a brother, you're like, hey, that's what Trump said. Or on the other side, you're like, man, say if I go the other side and I say I messed up, then these guys are going to come after me for the rest of my life. If you go back and look at data on what happened with Joe when all the Planet of the Apes stuff that they came out, I don't know if you remember that when it came out with Spotify, Daniel Egg defended him. He came out and he made a video. I don't know where the video was by his cold. It was somewhere outside. He's just making a video and talking openly. And it's like, we shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have done this. You shouldn't have done this. You know what the world said? You know what? Freaking A, good for this guy for apologizing. Are you kidding me?
You're talking about the stuff in his comedy act?
Yeah. And
the racist stuff.
Well, I mean, all the stuff that they put together saying, I listened to some of this stuff.
But that's what they made him apologize for.
Well, it's not about that's what they made him apologize for.
No one
made him.
He apologized for it,
but the point
You don't think that the money he was getting from that company came with them having leverage over what he apologized for and what he didn't?
I happen to know about this, and he's a good friend of mine. Joe Rogan is the boss of bosses. He could have done whatever he wanted to. And he apologized because he felt bad about it. Yeah, that's the truth.
So then if what you just said right now, you're saying the bosses made him do that, then the argument goes with you to say the bosses made you defend the vaccine and go up against the ivermectin because the bosses paying you made you do that and you didn't do that. Is that correct?
No. The bosses never made me. I wish I could give you guys the defense. If CNN made me do it,
be right
like Tucker says about
side,
the war.
But it's not right on the CNN side.
There's no parallel.
No, by the way,
There's
can
no
I just
parallel
say,
to this.
what Tucker says about supporting the Iraq war is, I was wrong and I'm so sorry for doing that.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
I know, but...
Yeah, there's a difference in, and this is where Chris Cuomo is such an idiot. You don't apologize to the mob, the online mob. You just don't do it. You apologize if you think you are wrong, if you did something wrong. We all, people that talk for a living, people that are on the internet, people that report on things, people that give opinions, we're all going to be wrong. occasionally. We just are. And that's just the reality of everything. So when you are wrong, you admit you're wrong. And when it's genuine, then people appreciate that. Chris Cuomo is a piece of shit. And he knows he's a piece of shit. He doesn't want to admit he's wrong because he's an arrogant leftist piece of shit. And he despises the people. He despises the people. But it's so different, the whole, like, yes, you don't apologize to the mob when they are coming at you just trying to force an apology. But when you genuinely do make a massive mistake, you apologize for it. You own it. That's it.
No, that's not what he says. He says Fox confused me and duped me into believing.
I literally just had a conversation with the man face to face a couple weeks ago about this.
And I'm literally.
He said, "I'm so ashamed of it." And
I know
I'm so
he definitely
sorry
says
that. I
that.
supported
He definitely
the war.
says
so
it.
it's not. And by the way, he was the #1 guy in cable news till he left, and now he's one of the #1 guys on the internet.
I totally get it.
You can apologize.
It's not about not apologizing. I apologize all the time. What I'm saying is the reason you're asking for it here is just as a simple gotcha. Trump is right. That if you apologize in this dynamic,
well, let me ask this.
That's all they
Chris.
want.
Let me just ask this and save everybody time so we can go to the next 4 topics. Is there anything you regret when you did during that time?
Yes. So here's what I would have done different. One, I would have never been on TV, even though it's the thing I get thanked for most in 25 years of doing this. I would not have been on TV when I was sick. It extended the illness. I think it may have been why I wound up having these extended symptoms because I didn't let myself.
God damn it! Oh, so because what the fuck is this guy's problem, dude? You heard the audience going, "What?" You even heard the audience. They're like, "What is this guy talking about?"
When I was sick, it extended the illness. I think it may have been why I wound up having these extended symptoms because I didn't let myself beat the fever. I should have done that. Okay. 2, I wish that I knew then what I know now about watching what was happening in the country with the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th iterations of the virus, because things changed. Now I'll give myself a little bit of a defense in that I wasn't on TV for a year of this, but I was there when it started to change. We saw breakthrough infections, and what that meant was there was an opportunity for me to say, wait a minute, I thought there wasn't supposed to be any infections. And there was a messaging mistake that I didn't know better than to say, but now I do. What Rachel Maddow has that gotcha clip on her all the time where she says, you get this and you don't get COVID, you'll never get COVID. That was never true, but that is what we were told. And even the scientists who were working in Operation Warp Speed had confusion about this.
He's just trying to talk himself through this to sound justified, and all you do is sound even worse, which is, if anything, that's probably the most impressive thing about this, is that Chris Cuomo actually sounds worse the more he talks, which is impressive. Like, because this guy is already, again, he's irredeemable, in my opinion. Irredeemable. This guy can never be redeemed. I would never trust this guy under any circumstance, ever. Period. End of discussion. There's nothing he can say. There's nothing he can do. I would never trust him, ever.
The vaccine always worked the same way, which was you don't get enough of viral buildup to get very sick or die. And they assumed, and it was this way in the beginning, that because you don't get a lot of virus, unless you're a super spreader, you won't be as contagious for other people. But that changed. And I wish that during that change,
it's got to be pure, like, narcissism. It's not even arrogance at this point. I mean, it is not difficult to deal with things as they come on the internet, on social media, all of that. Now, sometimes the avalanche sucks or whatever, but if you've been online long enough, you can navigate shit if you are interested in that. And sometimes you don't want to be, but I can't stand when people play fucking victims when things are happening. You know, like right now, the internet's a crazy place. It's a wild, wild place. It's the Wild West, especially Twitter. It's wild out there. It's the Thunderdome, as I've said. And you can involve yourself in shit if you want to, and don't cry when you start getting pulled into it. That's you involved yourself in it. Same with this clown. Like all he would have to say is, I fucked up big time. I was part of the machine. I bought into the bullshit. I fed a lot of bad information to the public. I probably hurt a lot of lives. And for that, I am extremely sorry. And I'm trying to rehabilitate my image. And I know that could take years and years if it ever happens. But I'm willing to take the lumps as they come. That's all. That again, that doesn't mean that he's going to be forgiven. But at least it's a starting point. But this guy doesn't have that ability because he thinks he's done nothing wrong. He thinks he's done nothing wrong. It's insane. It's crazy. And of course, again, even if he said it at this point, it's way too late. What I'm saying is after he got out of the machine, the mainstream machine, if he would have said something like that a year ago, 2 years ago, whatever, we're talking a lot differently about him now. I'm not saying he's redeemed at all. What I'm saying is once you got out of the machine, if you just would have said that, at least you're not getting crushed every single day for all the bullshit. Now, too late, never going to happen, doesn't matter what he says because he's proven to be a narcissistic sociopath, basically. He's a fucking lying piece of shit is what he is.
I had seen it for what it was and said, wait a minute, you got to change the mandates, you got to change how you see the booster, and you got to change how you message this. Because there was a lot of drama and pain that happened in those later iterations and a lot of loss.
Chris,
Donut Lord says, bro, your lips smacked like crazy. What? What did I do? Sorry. Didn't mean to. I never want to make awkward noises in my microphone. That's just weird.
Anything to apologize for. Apologize. Anything to apologize for.
So Chris,
hang on, Chris, hang on. Let me just say, open-ended, anything to apologize for. Anything.
I did not do anything on purpose that I thought was wrong.
So whether it was or not, whether it was or not, listen, sometimes in life, you're married, I'm married, I've been married 14 years.
I apologize all
years.
the time.
That's the point. But sometimes we do stuff, whether it's intentional or not, sometimes we do things.
Patrick Bet-David better have hired this dude just to crush him for the next year and then send him off on his way. That's because I have no idea why Patrick Bet-David hired this guy, other than maybe he hired him just so he can just destroy him publicly like this, because that's what it seems like.
And then we said, listen,
that's because I want the other person to be okay.
And there's millions of people that listen to you.
I know, but here's the problem. You're the minority. There are a lot more people who, if I were to say, which I do not believe, okay, that I should have never said that people should take this vaccine early on. I should have never said that. I should have never said that when people change their position, you said there was no change until everybody loved the vaccine with Biden. No. Early on with Operation Warp Speed, I lived it. I watched the process. Everyone was celebrating that Trump got this done. All the Republicans were celebrating it. That's why Kamala Harris said what she said. She was playing stupid, petty politics and saying, I won't.
I honestly, like, this is really good content. I can't take it anymore. I can't take it. This guy is so out of his mind, and ultimately he cannot be redeemed. Chris Cuomo cannot be redeemed under any circumstance based on the fact that he has behaved like this for years after getting out of the machine. He is a terrible person. Horrible person indeed. So I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. Absolutely insane. What the hell is wrong with that guy? Dave Chandler for 50. This is a big reason we need Trump. America's 250th birthday is coming in 2026. It should be a time of great pride and celebration of what we've accomplished. I can't stomach going through that with Biden or whichever woke plant they put in his place. Very well said. Very well said. Yeah, I mean, it's depressing to think that, again, I refuse to believe that we're done if Biden wins. And I don't think he was going to win. But we also have to approach this as though Trump is losing right now, because people cannot get comfortable. They cannot get comfortable because that's the worst thing that can happen right now is for everybody to get comfortable going, oh, Trump's dominating. He had $200 million raised, all of that. Can't do it, man. It's the wrong thing to get complacent right now. I have said this over and over again. We have to act like it's a football game and we are down by 3 touchdowns going into the fourth quarter. That's what we have to do. That's what we have to do. We have to do that. So now here's a pretty interesting video that I want to show you guys. I'm sure most of you have seen this already because it was going around. Interesting stuff right here.
Hello, California. It's Riverside County Sheriff Chad Bianco. For the past 30 years, I've been doing everything I could to keep our community safe by arresting criminals and putting them in jail and putting them in prison, keeping them out of our neighborhoods. For the last 5 years, I've been very critical about our governor for slashing our budgets from corrections, for letting prisoners out early, for closing our prisons. I've been critical of our state legislature for passing laws to make it harder to put people in prison. I've been critical for their changing laws that let prisoners out early. And I've been critical for our Attorney General for seemingly not caring about crime and really being an embarrassment to law enforcement. And this love affair that our governor and our state legislature have with criminals is based on the belief that criminals are not responsible for their own actions. They're a victim of society. And really, it's our fault. It's society's fault. It's business's fault. It's cops' fault. It might be my fault. Law enforcement, apparently, if you listen to our governor, is systemically racist. If you listen to our legislature, our laws are systemically racist. Our judicial system is systemically racist. All of these people that are being put in jail are because of law enforcement bias and DA bias and all of these things. And so they let them out. They give them food. They give them housing. They give them money. They give them drugs and alcohol now. And I got to be honest, I'm getting tired. I'm getting tired. And I'm wondering if I'm having a change of heart and deciding that, maybe I've been wrong. And I think I'm going to change teams. I know it's going to make some of you angry. I know.
Just wait. This is good. This is good. So, he's basically saying, like, government wants us just to support criminals constantly. And I, as a police officer, maybe I'm going to listen to it.
You're going to be mad at me, but I'm going to change teams. I think they're onto something, but I don't think they're doing enough. I think that we need to go big. You know me, go big or go home. You're the biggest, you do the best, you're the best at everything, and you might as well do something right if you're going to do it. And I'm all in. And I hope that you're all with me. I hope that you all have this change of heart. You all feel that this is definitely the right thing to do, and you come alongside me in this venture. And I think it's time that instead of letting them out of jail and giving them alcohol and drugs and everything else, I think it's time we put a felon in the White House. Trump 2024, baby.
Yeah!
Let's save this country and make America great again.
Let's go! Oh, so good. So good. Love it. So, again, man, everybody is supporting President Trump at this point in time. He's more popular than he's ever been, and he just gets more and more popular because they just keep targeting him. They keep attacking him. It's nonstop. No matter where you go, no matter what you do, they just keep attacking over and over and over again. It's unbelievable. I'm sick of it. You're sick of it. There was another one I wanted to show you guys really quickly. But hello, everyone. We got almost 3,000 people here. And if you're just tuning in, President Trump has raised $200 million since he was convicted. Here's the announcement from his son, Eric Trump, right here.
This might be a little inside information, but as I was leaving my house about 37 seconds ago, I asked my wife, what are we up to now? And she said, just in terms of small dollar, we're well over $70 million. This is $21 donations, $43 donations, right? Small dollar donations. If you add the large dollar donations to it, you're over 200 million, but you're over $70 million. And by the way, Maria, 30% of those people have never been seen before by a political party, right? Woo. I mean, these are Americans who are pissed off. They're coming out of the woodwork, and they want to support a guy that they just believe is getting bamboozled by a system. And we saw it with impeachment 1. We saw it with impeachment 2. We see it where they weaponize every liberal DA and AG across the country with one intent, to take him down, to slander him, to ruin his reputation, to try and divide his family, to try and bankrupt him, to throw him in jail, to do whatever the hell they can do. And America sees through it. They know exactly what's going on. This might be a little inside information.
Amazing. Amazing indeed, man. I love seeing it. So, yeah, $200 million, and we've never seen anything like that. You know, Trump likes to use that line. Yeah, we've never seen anything like it. Well, it's true. We've never seen anything like what's going on right now. And this train ain't stopping. It's not slowing down. It's going to keep moving forward. And I am loving all of the MAGA momentum that we're seeing right now. Here we go. Look at this. Look at this right here. Donald Trump versus Joe Biden live TikTok follower account showdown. Trump just joined. He just joined. So Trump is already, he's about to be 3 million ahead. And this is, listen, I know everybody has their opinions on TikTok or whatever. Trump needs to be on every fucking platform imaginable. Every platform imaginable. That's where Trump needs to be. And to be honest, that's where everybody needs to be if you are in the game. If you are in the social media world, you need to be everywhere. You need to be on every fucking platform, regardless if it's a shitty platform or whatever. Geeks and Gamers has a TikTok account. I have nothing to do with it. I don't know anything about TikTok personally, but Geeks and Gamers has a TikTok account. Krista Nova has been adamant about that. By the way, she's here if you want to say hello, Krista.
Hello.
Guess what? Krista just got is it over 2 million now?
Yeah, let me check. I want to see where it's updated now. I haven't checked in a while, but it's on Geeks and Gamers.
You're loud.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll talk like this now.
Yeah, okay. So you got a 2 million view video on Geeks and Gamers Instagram.
It's at 2.8 million right now.
2.8 million?
Yeah.
And on Park Hoppin' Instagram, you got 2 million views on there in about a week, right?
Yep.
So there you go. So good job, Krista.
Thank
good job.
you.
So, all right. So good stuff. I'm glad to see President Trump. He's going to be 3 million ahead of Biden pretty soon. Look how quickly he's gaining followers right now. He's got this video that's just, I mean, he's just crushing him right now. I kind of want to just watch. I kind of just want to watch live as we just continue to see Trump dominate. And again, this is reflective of Joe Biden. Like, I don't know, can somebody look up how long did the Biden campaign, how long ago did Biden join TikTok? How long has that account been there? I'm not sure, but I'd like to know. But yeah, however long they've been there, I would say they've been there for several months. And you're just watching that difference just grow more and more and more. All right? Watch the count. It is good. And stuff like this, like we need to continue to showcase how much more popular Donald Trump is than Joe Biden in every single aspect, whether it's on social media, whether it's in real life, whether it's through voting. Donald Trump trounces him in every single aspect. Every single aspect. He just destroys him. It's not even close. And now with everything going on, and InfoWars is under attack. So we are going to quick switch away. We will go back. Hopefully Trump can get that up to 2.8. What's up?
Biden-Harris joined TikTok February 12th.
February 12th. Okay. So there you go. They've been there since February. Months. So they've been there for 4 months. Trump joined 24 hours ago. And you see the difference right there. And it's not going anywhere. It's going to continue to move in that direction. So I love seeing that. I love it. All right. Now we've got this video right here that is, Alex Jones is going through some shit right now. And it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So here we go. Alex Jones breaks down in tears as he claims federal authorities are getting ready to shut down his studio. As authorities threatened to lock the doors, Jones reportedly spent the night at the studio last night and threatened to call police. Quote, I've been targeted for abuse. I was duped by someone. Federal files in secret have claimed that I'm committing crimes, Jones said, unquote. This was untrue, of course. This will be my final performance. Here we go.
At the end of the day, we're going to beat these people. I'm not trying to be dramatic here, but it's been a hard fight. And these people hate our children. Just take more calls. Go ahead and do the next person. At the end of the day.
I mean, as I tweeted out, and this is what I tweeted out, is right here. They came for Alex Jones first. They raided Mar-a-Lago, and they convicted President Trump. You think you're safe from the Democrats? Trump 2024 or nothing. This is the hill to die on. So that is the hill to die on. So, you know, I don't know the specifics. Obviously, I haven't talked to anyone involved in it, but it kind of went mega viral yesterday. So then Alex Jones does have a video out today where he's talking about it, and his points are 100% valid. So right here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, the most important thing to understand about what's happening in America and the world today is don't get violent. Don't have civil unrest that they'll call a civil war. Klaus Schwab and the globalists have said their plan is civil wars around the world, or color revolutions that destabilize and destroy a country, and then the globalists come in as the saviors. That's being done. They want a civil war in America. They've been pre-programming it everywhere. We do not want that. So I don't want any violence against any of the people that are shutting down InfoWars. I don't want to hear any talk about it. I don't want to.
Now, let me remind you, this is the same guy that was standing outside of the Capitol on January 6th with a megaphone telling everyone where not to go and what not to do, and they did not listen to him. And he said, they're setting you up. Don't do this. Act accordingly. Don't do this. Of course, that video doesn't ever get thrown around on social media by the powers that be or social media influencers because they don't want you to know that. But Alex Jones was sitting there with a megaphone screaming at the top of his lungs, do not go here. Do not do this. Go this way. Don't fall into the trap. Yada, yada, yada. And, of course, they still tried to blame him for that. Now, I don't know all the specifics of it, but it does suck. And again, this is the first guy they targeted. This is the first guy that they targeted. All of those years ago, they mass deplatformed him all across social media. And it's just crazy. Now, Adam Krigler actually had a good tweet about this. Let me see if I can find that tweet from Adam Krigler, because this right here kind of puts it in perspective for me. If I can find it. This is it right here. This tweet from Krigler is perfect. Alex Jones wouldn't have been targeted if he wasn't on X. 1,000%. 1,000%. Like if he was, because now he's got a platform again. Now he's starting to rehabilitate his image in the eyes of a lot of people. And so now, here they go again, because Alex has got a platform and he's talking about a lot of stuff. So I'll continue to follow that. I don't know the specifics or anything like that, but it went mega viral yesterday. Mega viral. And so we will see how that all plays out, but it's obviously it's unfortunate to see. Another story that went really big yesterday was people were crying about Aaron Rodgers not shaking Trump's hand, which I thought was really stupid. I thought it was really dumb. I saw like the video, Trump walks by, Aaron Rodgers, didn't stand up and shake his hand. And everybody's like, oh, Aaron Rodgers snubbed Trump. And I'm like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? Like, I don't understand that. So anyway, then on his Instagram story, he posts this right here, a picture with President Trump, and says priceless. That's it. So Aaron Rodgers did meet President Trump. A lot of these Trump influencers were crying and whining and sounding like a bunch of fucking social justice weirdos because Aaron Rodgers didn't shake Trump's hand. Oh my God. Like the freak out. It's insane. So Aaron Rodgers, again, I'm not even the biggest fan of Aaron Rodgers, by the way. I've never liked Aaron Rodgers, to be honest. But I have appreciated that he's been more outspoken on a lot of things, especially since COVID and everything like that. And he's a great quarterback. He's a great player for sure. But yeah, I mean, just people are just like, people were crushing him over this. It's like, what are you talking about, man? You guys need to chill out. Everything is not like the end of the world. I mean, if anything, you know, he was probably like, yeah, I'm not going to bother because everybody wants to shake his hand, so I don't want to get in the way or something like that. That's what I could see him doing in that situation where he's like, well, everybody's trying to shake this guy's hand. I don't want to get in the way or anything like that, so I'll just chill and stay right here. That's what I think it was, but whatever. The other big news of the day, President Trump has called on the Supreme Court to review his conviction in New York. Now, this is what I was talking about the other day when I asked questions. And I understand that there's a legal process and everything like that goes into this stuff, but ultimately, this is so egregious, what we're seeing right now, that I don't know how the Supreme Court has not stepped in. I don't know how the Supreme Court hasn't already stepped in. How have they not? People go, well, it has to go through the appeals court. And then if the appeals, and then it has to go through here. And then eventually it can go up to the Supreme Court. Well, we're not dealing with a normal situation, are we? Because if this was a normal situation, it would have never happened in the first place. They literally changed the law. Changed the law and rigged this. Anybody with a working brain and the slightest bit of common sense could see this. How are we not? How is the Supreme Court not stepping in and going, you are ruining this country? What the hell are you doing? So here's, Trump saying it that the United States Supreme Court must decide. So we shall see. Now we've got some other comments from Republican leadership. We'll see how this goes. I'm not holding my breath on it, but I'm just showing you guys what's going on with it. Let me see if I can find it. So here's Speaker Johnson right here. Do I roll my eyes now or later, I guess? But let's just play this for the people right here.
What we'll do with our tools that we have in Congress, in the House, is we'll use our oversight responsibility. We've already done that. You saw our Judiciary Chairman, Jim Jordan, issue requests for Alvin Bragg, the DA in Manhattan, and for the lead prosecutor, Colangelo, to show up for a hearing on June 13th in our Select Committee on the Weaponization of the Federal Government, because that's what they've done. And the purpose of the hearing is to investigate what these prosecutors are doing at the state and federal level to use politics, political retribution in the court system to go after political opponents of federal officials like Donald Trump. That's a really important thing for us to delve into.
But they were already going after him. Just because he was convicted doesn't change the fact that this has been going on for months and months and months, and you guys have just sat there and just let it play out. Why does the conviction now you're like, oh, we need to do something about this because he was convicted? That makes no sense. It's been going on. Look what happened in Georgia. Look how ridiculous that is. The thing with Jack Smith. The judge in New York, the Arthur Engeron or whatever his name is. We saw that nonsensical trial and what was going on with that. Just because he's convicted doesn't change the fact that this shit's been going on for months. And all of you clowns have just sat around. Oh, we're going to make appearances at the courthouse. It doesn't mean anything. It's a nice little visual, but it means nothing.
And we're going to look at Special Counsel Jack Smith, who we believe is abusing his authority as well.
He's been abusing authority. It didn't just start today.
Oh, we have the funding streams. We have mechanisms to try to get control of that. We'll be doing that within the confines of our jurisdiction, and I think that can have the desired effect and show the American people we're not going to tolerate this. Shannon, at the end of the day, people are losing their faith in our system of justice itself, and that's a serious threat. So
They aren't losing their faith. They have lost their faith. It is lost. And it's lost because you guys, you politicians, have sat around and just let this all play out. The moment these things started, Republicans should have stepped up and said, we are not going to allow this shit to happen. We are not going to allow this bullshit to happen. But you did. You did. And it's got to be a unified effort. It can't be one person. There's got to be a unified effort. So that's the latest on that. So these, it just drives me. Blackguard dropped 10 gifted memberships. Thank you, Blackguard. Appreciate that. Love Dogs for 10 says, it won't let Dan Vask keep me from sending a super. I won't let Dan Vask keep me from sending a super chat. Is Dan Vask still in my chat? I don't appreciate him being in my chat if he's still there. But he wants to be modded for some reason. I don't see any reason to mod him in any capacity whatsoever. I don't think that it helps this channel. I think it hurts the channel. Big MAGA Bulge for 10. Trump helped human beings with more human rights with passing executive orders to criminalize human and child traffickers. That's why they hate him. He loves every living being, plus the American people. Yeah, I mean, Trump did amazing things for this country and for the world. And that's what I think the world is starting to realize, that this is not about, it is about the USA, but Trump is something that the world needs, not just the USA. The entire world needs Donald Trump. And that's what everybody's realizing right now. It's not just the US. The entire world needs Trump. Man, what a weight that this man carries on his shoulders. I truly don't know how he does it. I really don't. The entire world is relying on this man. The world. It's incredible. Love Dog says, Trump had more votes in 2020. We cannot take anything for granted. They will cheat. Vote, vote, vote. 1,000%. Samuel for $9.99 says, Trump 45 and 2 zigzags. Baby, that's all we need. Get Woke, Grow Broke for 20. Says, happy PDF file month. Remember to hide your kids from these weirdos. Thank you, Get Woke, Go Broke. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of the accounts trying to do I opened up my my Twitter account was it yesterday, and I saw NASCAR, like, oh, we're celebrating Pride Month, and I'm like, you do not know your audience at all, do you? You do not know your audience. I was like, get the hell out of here with that, man. The fact that they're sitting there doing the Pride Month stuff, I was like, what is going on, man? Big MAGA Bulge says, ultimately, for 5, says, ultimately, this is about Trump stopping human and child trafficking. And Big MAGA Bulge also says, Trump signed human rights executive orders to stop and hold companies and individuals accountable for child and human trafficking. Well said. Let me see here. Jared Armstrong says, Abu Bakr, and I don't know how to say this, is dead. He died like a dog. Lord Voldemort says, we need Jay on CobraCast. You're going to get Jay a couple of times next week on CobraCast. A couple times. Steel Leg of History says, if you want, I can be a mod for Dan. Dan is not a good person, and he's very, very mean, and he sends me very, very mean text messages, so I just need everybody to be aware of that. He wants to play Fortnite apparently tonight. Is he still in my chat? B. Marte says, what worries me is why aren't the polls like when Reagan beat Carter? Is half the country really offended by mean tweets? Sadly, yes. Sadly, yes. That's the reality of it. Is there's way too many people that are, offended by mean tweets, apparently. I have no idea how to say this name. Foog My Butte for 2 says, LOL, which group is the better of two evils? In that situation with the Palestine and the Pride group, pick your poison on that one. Eric K says Steve Garvey will beat Adam Schiff. Dave Chandler for 2 says these news outlets still act like we believe them. Absolutely. William J. Just a friendly reminder that Pride is one of the 7 deadly sins, and these people clearly don't know why. Freedom and liberty forever. Trump 2024. Jake CB says Schiff's head looks like an orange on a toothpick. River Miles says Chris Cuomo's brother deleted Gam. William J says it's 28-3. Let's go. Yes, it's 28-3. We have to pretend like we are down. We are the New England Patriots, all right, in the third quarter of the Super Bowl. It's 28-3. Let's go. MAGA. We are the Patriots in the Super Bowl, all right? We are down by a massive amount, and we have to press forward like our lives depend on it. That's how we have to approach this election. Don't get complacent and don't get excited. Jules408 says, did you get the new black MAGA hat yet? I just ordered mine. By the way, I would love it if we got Twisted Metal 2 on the TV. Just a suggestion. I like that suggestion. I think I'm going to make that happen. That's a very good suggestion. I'm all for suggestions on my TVs for what games you guys want to see. Dave Chandler says, Felon 47 is so perfectly alternative. It's stupid. 49er Brian, I miss the stickers on gas pumps of Biden saying, I did that. Coming soon, it's summer. Yeah, we got to keep that up. Keep that up. J.R. Williams says Marxist Dems like Ratskin and Durbin are trying to use the DOJ to remove Alito and Thomas before they can turn on immunity. Yeah, I know they are. They are desperate. I agree with Trump says the Republicans can't even lock up someone that lied to Congress. Nothing's going to happen until there is change. Piano Dean says Donald Trump is the holy grail of presidents, and the holy grail is the holy grail of grails. Well, thank you, Piano Dean. That's very well said, sir. Over on Rumble, Vault 95 says scanning in with the code 200 million. Jeremy, which do you prefer, the Old Testament or the New Testament? Probably both. No, it was equal. Probably equal. Mod Eric says Cuomo was part of silencing the truth, and he knew it. Vault 95 says, Jeremy, you are correct that Beanie Boy uploads videos to Rumble later. Last Friday, he explained it is too difficult to dual stream. Meanwhile, an inbred boy from Alabama multi-streams like a pro. Did he really say that? God. It's difficult to multi-stream? I'm probably going to be streaming to Twitter tomorrow along with Kick, Rumble, and YouTube. We're probably going to be streaming to I'm going to try to set it up for Twitter as well. So we'll be streaming through there. Blind Lawyer says Alex Jones was on Viva and Barnes today. More information was given on the subject. Yeah, I saw he was on. Blind Lawyer says Alex Jones was not the real target. They were after Robert Barnes came out today. All right, I'll have to check that out. Grasshopper, 1 month gay. Teresa Young says, Orange looks good on you. 1 year of fun and great streams. MAGA 4547. Founding Fathers were felons too, just for signing the Declaration. Felon 47. They have single-handedly made Trump the coolest person there is. And they've done it because of their own hatred and jealousy of him. And it's so funny. I love when things backfire. I love it when things backfire. River Miles says, hi, let's see. Dog wouldn't last one night without her Trinachrome. I think that's what it says. Ron Sappington says, shout out to my wife. Hope you have a great week. So Olgie, I've been deported, says I apologize for my face. CM says Trump found guilty of nothing and Cuomo's POS government brother roaming free after being responsible for the deaths of thousands in nursing homes. Is it Pondis? Says the Cuomos and de Blasios are demons. I was fired because of mandates. They destroyed so many lives without consequences. Shout out from Southwest Florida. William G says shout out to Brock for this month's membership from Friday donation. Jeremy, where do you stand on the ownership of Salty Army? I guess there's like some debate or something like that about like I don't. It's salty. The Salty Cracker is the Salty Army. He's always been Salty Army. That's Salty Cracker. He's been doing that for years. Zeke the Wise says, hey, Jeremy, what a Sunday stream surprise. What did I miss? That was a good, I think we covered a lot of bases for sure. But yeah, I mean, like I said, Salty Cracker didn't invent like the salty thing at all, but he definitely popularized it. 100% popularized it. Psychmonger says, it will cost you less to mod Dan Vask than have him try to send you a super chat. That's for sure. Jet says, Trump is doing a rally in Vegas on the 9th. Thinking about attending. It will be my first. You'll have a lot of fun. Samuel for $9.99 says, Luke 22:36. But now if you have a purse, take it, and also a bag. And if you don't have a sword, sell your cloak and buy one. There we go. Are we going to play games tonight? Krista, if I play, are you going to play? Is Dan going to play? Can you find out?
Yeah.
You'll play?
Yeah, I'll ask Dan.
All right. Chat, I guess we're going to play some video games tonight and wind down over there on my D-Day Cobra 199 channel. And I'm going to go with the Trump thumbnail because I think it's funny when it's like some of these Fortnite people probably Party Animals is tomorrow. Party Animals is tomorrow night. That is happening. But yeah, like some of these Fortnite people, they probably run across my stream, and I've got like got a picture of Donald Trump. It's so good, man. I'm sure there's a lot of people that find they're like, this guy likes Trump and he plays Fortnite. And like, yeah, hell yeah, I do. So there we go. The Trump thumbnail's funny though. All right, so I got it set up. I might push that to 9:45, but yeah, we're going to go live over there. This was just a Sunday stream to kind of cover a lot of the news that's going on. I will be back doing my regular stream on Monday. So we have Geeks and Gamers Daily tomorrow. We have Party Animals, and so Geeks and Gamers Daily, CobraCast, and then Party Animals all tomorrow. So it's going to be a really, really fun day tomorrow, and looking forward to, I guess seeing you guys over on the gaming stream if you're interested. And if you're not, I totally understand. It's not for everybody, but a few people may enjoy it. But I do like the Trump thumbnail. The Trump thumbnail is the funny part. Here's the Trump thumbnail, just so everybody can see it. There's the Trump Fortnite thumbnail. So there we go. I mean, that's pretty damn good right there. All right, that's pretty good. So there we go. So you gotta love that one. So I see like some of these Fortnite, people will come like, oh, who's playing Fortnite? Oh wait, he's a Trump supporter. Like, hey, you need to know these things before you start watching me play video games. All right, we need to establish that I'm a Trump supporter. I don't need you crying after the fact or anything like that. But yeah, Party Animals tomorrow night. So that's gonna be fun. Thank you guys for the love and the donations. I appreciate it. We had some good topics. Also, please subscribe to D-Day Cobra Clips. We're almost at 1,000. A lot of these videos that I do, or a lot of these things I do, if you miss a live stream, the topic will be clipped out. Jay Hailstorm does that over there. So if you can get us to 1,000, that would be awesome. I appreciate that. Looking forward to, seeing what Hailstorm's going to have cooked up over there. We're also going to have some shorts that Lethal Lightning put together that should be uploaded over the next 24 hours. So there you go. You guys have a great day. Thank you very much for all the love. I'm going to leave you with Sabaton because I know you want a Sabaton outro. So I'm going to leave you with Sabaton. So here we go, guys. Love you all. Trump 2024, and we will talk to you later.
It's my time to rule at last. 15 years have all been
Well, why not in the chat? There's the chat. Okay, had a couple more super chats come in really quick. Axel says, did you see Tim's tweet? Biden is now officially giving mass amnesty to illegals to win the election. I saw something about that. I'll have to look. That doesn't surprise me at all. It's fucking scary. Let's see. Kildzer says COD trans flag bullets to honor Pride Month. WTF. Yeah, they do that. They're not the only one. It's like Halo did it. All these games. It's so fucking pathetic. And then David with the member message says, yo, thank you, David. And thank you, everybody. All right, this is going to raid my D-Day Cobra 199 channel. I'll see you guys over there in just a few minutes. Have a great evening. Love you all. And we will talk to you later.